Hey everybody, we are on a hiatus, so what am I doing here in the studio recording today? Well, it's not going to be an official episode by any means. I just wanted to check in because, well, yesterday I finished this little gem. Tress of the Emerald Sea. This is the latest Cosmere book from Brandon Sanderson. It's not his latest book, but his latest book in the Cosmere, which is this interconnected universe. And I got to tell you, I could not wait until we come back in June to talk about this. So I decided that I was going to come on here just for a minute and talk about this book. Now, do I think it's possible for somebody to pick this book up just off the shelf? Because I mean, it's beautiful. You're not going to see this version on a bookshelf somewhere. The covers for the regular editions are really, really pretty as well. But this is the Dragonsteel edition. You pretty much had to have backed the Kickstarter to get this one, or be lucky enough to get one of the additional prints that they had. I don't know if they're printing more or not. I could be wrong on that, but they may be. But I know it was a slow process getting these. I would recommend reading this last after you've read pretty much everything else in the Cosmere, and I know that that is a tall order. But trust me, you're going to get so much more out of this book if you've read everything else. But if that's just too daunting for you and you just really want to dip your toes in and see just how good Sanderson could be, definitely pick this up and give it a read, because I'm telling you, this is a different tone and really a completely different concept than most of the other Cosmere books. But it does take place there. It involves heavily a couple of characters, one of whom will be very familiar to Cosmere readers, and then a couple of other really cool characters that are, well, let's just say that what they are will be recognizable to you. But yeah, I can't recommend this enough. If I gotta score it, I'm gonna say it's probably a 9 out of 10 for me. Really enjoyed it. Like I said, could not recommend it enough. It's probably the most beautiful book that I've ever read, just aesthetically. Not only the cover, but, I don't know if this is going to come through on the camera, but just the way the entire book is done. And there's different, you can see we've got these beautiful shades of green here. There are different oceans in the world that this takes place in. And the oceans are not filled with water on this world. They're filled with spores, right? And the spores have different colors on them. So as they go to different oceans, the actual theme of the book changes color-wise. If you're reading on like a paperwhite or something, then you really won't see that. But just the art and everything in here, there's some beautiful illustrations. I'll see if I can quickly thumb to one that's not a massive spoiler here. But yeah, I mean, this is just really here's one of the art pieces. I don't know how well that's going to come through, but this is really like an awesome sort of adventure book. It's been compared to like a modern day Princess Bride, and I completely understand that comparison, having finished it. The ending is really good. If you're a Sanderson fan, then you know about what we call the Sanderlanche, which is a concept where about the last 10% of the book, Brandon just kind of goes ham and drops all these big reveals on you, and you pretty much can't put the book down at that point. This one has a very typical Sanderlanche in it. I would say the last 10-15%. I could not stop reading it. The last 150 pages or so, last night I cracked this open. I read them in one sitting because I just could not put it down. So that's it. We are still technically on a hiatus. We will be back in early June, and we are going to be ranking the entirety of the Cosmere. We are also going to be coming back. We're going to talk about a couple of different things that I'm really excited about. But in the meantime, if you want to hear more of what I'm doing, you can check out Superhero Homies. I have been reviewing the Dark Knight trilogy from 2005, 2008, and 2012. So we've already covered Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. You can listen to those episodes now. And this coming week, we are going to be doing The Dark Knight Rises. Very excited for that. And then we're also going to be doing another Sanderson project over there, which is going to be the graphic novel White Sand, which is also in the Cosmere. So a lot of excitement going on. I'm not sure with the writer's strike going on what we're going to be doing as far as television. I may have to slum it up and review Rings of Power when it comes out. But we do know that we're going to have quite a few Marvel shows that are in post right now, so they're completed. There's going to be a lot going on, so we're definitely going to find something to talk about. I'm really excited about season 7. I've got some big changes for the podcast coming out that I'm excited to share with everybody. But for now, this has been Entertainment Evolved.